Scary.
Talk to him.
Scary with Melanie B. That's scary with Melanie B. Come on. Here we go.
That's scary. Melanie B. Listen. Welcome. I need the people who have been raised in the church to understand what that means when I say welcome. Easter speech. We are doing something different today. I was out of town, so I didn't get a chance to do my regular recording schedule. And I thought, well, let's do something different. Let's get together, have a little meal, a little glass of wine. I'm so ecstatic to be here. More than what you know. We're eating some seafood boil. If you know me, then you know what it is. I love a seafood boil. I love some crab legs, and I got a story to tell y'all. So let me tell y'all what happened. I went to Let's Crab, okay, in Fort Mill, South Carolina, and I got a crab boil, okay? I had a coupon and I was ready. I walked into the restaurant and what do I see? I see a sign that said, buy 2 crab legs, get 1 free. So, I had to partake in that little deal. At first, they didn't want to give it to me. They said that I had to actually be in the restaurant. I said, okay, cool. I said, you know what? I have a viral podcast that I'm actually recording today, and I'm going to be talking about this restaurant. So that's cool. That's very interesting. They not only gave me an extra crab leg, they gave me 10% off. So I'm feeling really good. I should have had this on something else other than this, y'all. But welcome to another episode. Let's see what this is giving. We're gonna just have a good time tonight in the house. Listen. If you're listening on Spotify or wherever you're listening, I have crab legs, corn. Now, this is not my favorite spot to go, I will say. They don't really give you all the good flavor like some of the hood spots do, but, you got to make do with what you can. For every episode, I always start with a mental health check-in, okay? How am I feeling? I'm feeling good, man. I had a really good day, a very good day. I had a very good work day because I had a meeting that got canceled. So I'm really feeling good about that. So I'm happy. I had a good day. Interesting weekend. And so I can't complain. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy. Anytime there's crab legs, it's a good time. Let me see what this is giving, y'all. Don't judge me. Look at these crab legs. Oh my God. If you're listening on Spotify, then you're missing. Oh my God. Look at that. Now here's the funny thing. I went to go to my bar. I have a little bar that I keep all of my food in and shoot my alcohol in. And I was looking for a bottle of wine. And somebody must have dropped off a bottle of wine at the podcast anniversary because it was a Chardonnay from 2022 that you had to twist off like a soda pop bottle. And I said, which one of these people, which I'm grateful for it, but which one of these people bought this wine to my house that you have to use a twist cap? I've never seen wine that requires a twist cap. But anyway, mental health is feeling good. Like I said, I'm from the beach. I'm from the ocean where I'm from. So I'm a crab legs kind of girl. So I'm happy. I really wanted some crab legs for the past week or so. So I'm glad to have them here. Mental health is good. We have a special caller coming in. I just want to get into it, y'all. I'm just going to ramble a little bit, but there is a plan. There is a plan for this show. Here's the first thing. Don't let anything get you down, child. When you be having an off feeling, you ever be around somebody and you don't feel like yourself. My mom used to always talk about that, about how women especially have like an intuition and a voice in their head that they don't listen to. And I used to be really bad with that. So good. But women especially, I had a piece of meat. Oh my God, y'all, sorry. Women especially, pay attention to when you're around certain people and your vibes feel super off. That is a lesson that I have had to learn. Period, point blank. So let's get into the hot topics. We're going to have a special caller call in. A friend. He's a new person to the show. My best friend from back home. Here's a funny story. When I wanted to start a podcast a while ago, I begged him to start a podcast with me, and he wouldn't do it, but it's fine. He'll be a little guest. He lives in another city. Single and ready to mingle. So if you want to DM me for his information, let me know. But here's the first story we're going to get into, y'all. I was listening to Instagram news, and guess who I see? Falynnn. So for y'all who don't know, Falynnn was married to Simon Guobadia, who is now married to Portia Williams, but now Portia Guobadia. If you are on social media, you see her living her best damn life, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I had her as my damn screensaver on my phone because I am a Portia Williams fan. Since her first time on The Housewives, I have been a fan of Portia Williams, okay? She, to me, is an underdog. She came on the show. People second-guessed her. And she came, like, she really came from the mud. She came from the mud, and now she's, like, one of the best housewives they have. She done quit her job, child, living with her little African man. Oh, my God, that's so good. Oh, my God. Living with her African man. Rich as fuck. Rich. Now, her African man's ex-wife, who allegedly, Falynnn, she cheated on him with the assistant. She cheated on her millionaire African king with the assistant. Got pregnant by the assistant. And now they done had a baby. They went on one reality TV show. And now she already has cheated on him and moved on. I saw that she was saying how she misses the money from Simon Guobadia. And I was like, girl, of course you miss the money. Private jets, maids, nanny. Now she got a little baby by this bum who is trying to take her money from her, what little bit she got, and take custody of their kid. Now, all before, I was kind of like, damn, Portia, you took this lady, man. You know, I kind of was on that bandwagon. I wouldn't say that, you know, like out loud. I said it to myself because I'm, you know, still Team Portia. But I really do believe she cheated on Simon. And now she's regretting it with this little boy. I think his name is Jaden. If you're going to cheat, if you're going to be married to a millionaire or a man who's really well off, if you're going to cheat, at least cheat up. At least cheat up. You know? At least cheat up. So now she broke, got a new baby, and now she is freaking struggling, saying how much she misses that rich, extravagant life, y'all. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. Everybody is going for the rich African men. And I've always heard bad stories about the rich African men, how they were very possessive and controlling. But like, I don't like, would you mind that? I don't know. You know, you never say never. I'm making a mess. you can never say what you would and would not do, or, whatever. But everybody's going, especially in Atlanta. Like, everybody in Atlanta is going for these Africans. Now, I don't know where they get their money from. But Portia is living her dream life. I saw something on Instagram where she was in a restaurant with her husband, and she was like, does anybody else pretend to like look at the menu but just let their husbands order for them? And I thought that was so cool. I thought that was so freaking cool. So obviously Simon is way older than her, and we know that. I think Portia has daddy issues. She always seems to go for the older man, the daddy type figure. She got it wrong the first time with Cordell. We still don't know if he's gay or not, but she got it right this time. I really do. I see how Simon has glowed up. If you want to know if a man is being treated right, child, look at his glow up. Like, this is what I say. Simon Gobadia, when they first got together, everybody was like, why is she with him? He's not attractive, blah, blah, blah. Like, men be having potential. And if a man got money, child, he got all the potential because, he already got the money. He just needs a little bit of a push. And again, look at the woman who cheated on him. Struggling. I don't understand why. Oh my God, it's so good. I don't understand why she left him for an assistant. There is not that much love in the world. She already got, I want to say, at least 2 kids, maybe 3. And now you're going to have another one? A baby by a man who can't even support your kids? If he was your assistant, that means you was paying him. So if he's no longer your assistant, how he getting paid? Doesn't make any sense. Listen, everybody is going for these African men. Even the gay dudes. I feel like even the gay guys in Atlanta. Well, that's not true. That's a lie. I started to say I thought that the gay guys in Atlanta was trying to find African men, but I don't be hearing about a lot of gay African dudes. I don't hear a lot about that. Now, I'm sure there's some gay African dudes, but you don't hear about that often. This is really good. This is horrible. Oh my God, y'all. I literally thought that I was going to record this and be eating so pretty. That was very dumb of me. The devil is so busy, y'all. Oh my God. When you trying to when you got purpose and you trying to do something, it'll always be things that try to mess you up. And I feel like when you see that something, or maybe somebody, or however the case might be, if something is trying to stop you from being great, you know that you're onto something. You really know that you're onto something. It's ridiculous. It's really, really, really ridiculous. Y'all, I'm all over the place. Don't judge me. I was in DC for the weekend, and that was very interesting. It made me realize that some people really, really like their pets. It's not often, in my experience, I don't see a lot of Black people who, are super duper pet lovers. And I know that's don't cancel me, but I know that's a thing for sure. I've not experienced them. But they do exist. They do exist. I can only imagine how disgusting I look on camera right now. This is horrible. Okay. Next topic. Tory Lanez. So Meg Thee Stallion finally spoke out. He got sentenced to, oh Lord, he got sentenced to 10 years. The devil is so busy. He got sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting Meg Thee Stallion. And of course, that has sparked another uproar with people, especially men, but a lot of women too, blaming Meg Thee Stallion. She finally spoke out and she said, for all of my haters, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I can see her side of that. You know, she's been getting persecuted for something that this man did to her. And people can't tell me that if somebody you loved, or much less yourself, if somebody shot you in the foot, you'd be mad. Now, again, I'm pro-black woman, but 10 years is excessive. But at the end of the day, every action has a reaction, whatever they be saying. And you can't go around shooting people. Like, I could see if this was Tory Lanez's first instance of this, you know? And he was actually remorseful. So that's the thing. I could see if he was remorseful. But he was attacking her from jail. And like trying to get people on his bandwagon. Whether he was remorseful or not, he should have at least faked it. And I feel like that has something to do, you know, his antics with his dad's antics in the courthouse, and, you know, him. Oh, I need something to break this with. Oh my God. Sorry, Tiff. That's how you know you really want this. He just wasn't very remorseful. So I feel like when he saw people coming for Meg, he at least, who was his PR? He should have at least faked it. He should have at least faked remorse. But you know what I've learned? People be having issues. People be having issues, man. Like, what you think is common sense or a normal reaction doesn't pertain to everybody. It took me this long to realize that. But it's true. So now, when I see people acting crazy or having like weird reactions and stuff, I'm like, oh shit. It's some kind of mental health issue or something going on. And you can't even be surprised, you know? But at least his dad, instead of his dad coming out to the courthouse acting crazy, his dad should have advised his son to, you know, at least fake remorse, get you a lesser sentence. So do I feel bad for Tory Lanez? Actually, I do. No, do I? Let me tell the truth. Do I feel bad for Tory Lanez? I feel bad for a black man spending his, 10 years, I'm sure it'll be less, in jail. I really do. But I cannot feel bad for somebody who don't seem remorseful or hasn't learned a lesson or at least faked learning a lesson. Because you know what that tells me? You're going to do it again. You might not do it again, but you could, because you don't even seem remorseful for doing it this time. You're not even saying that you learned a lesson. So if you actually shot somebody to where they had to go to the hospital and they were bleeding and you don't feel remorseful, you're going to do it again. It may not be an actual shooting next time. It could be something else. Now, do I want him to do that? No, I don't. But could he do it? Yeah. And I spoke about this on the show before, but I feel like lately, Black women are being more and more protected. I just saw where this popular podcast, and I'll leave it in the description, who was talking bad about black women, they are no longer being monetized on YouTube. They've been removed as a YouTube partner. Now, again, these are black men, but if you're talking bad about black women, you get whatever you get, you know? Now, I guess the only caveat to that is that maybe they were trying to have a viral moment, I guess. But, like, don't use black women for a viral moment. Like, it's not cute. It's really not cute. So I think people, like, are starting to see... I don't want to say people are starting to see the value in black women, but I feel like we're starting to be a little bit more protected. Because at the end of the day, I'll tell you this, like Marathi said, black women got money, education, status, stability, all by them damn selves. And they have power in the damn dollar. So no matter what you want to say, look at the beauty industry. Look at the inclusion that they have now, because you know what? We have a long way to go, but we have power in our dollar. That's why you gotta be really careful about where you spend your money. Oh my God. Okay. Here's something. Y'all, this is so funny to me. It was a woman. She's dying. So God, help her. How dare I eat these crab legs? I just had a vegan on the show. This woman's dying wish to her husband was to have sex with her ex. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that was gross. Sorry. That didn't look right. So this woman, she's dying. And her last dying request to her husband is to have relations with her ex. Everybody talking about they wouldn't do it. Here's the thing. She might not even die. Well, she might not even die. But if she is dying for sure, let her do it, because she's going to be dead and you're going to be moved on to the next person. Like, that sounds really bad, but if somebody is about to die, and I think she was a young person, if somebody about to die and they dying wish is to have sex with somebody else, and she said that she did not enjoy having sex with her husband, like, I don't know if she said she didn't enjoy it, but this other person was a little bit better. Like, this lady gonna die. You're gonna be here messing up the next bitch in the bed. The fact that I'm on this video doing this is so scary to me. The scary part is, y'all, oh my God. One of my pet peeves is the sound of people eating and chewing. Oh my God. So anyway, I would say that, God forbid, but if I was a married woman and my husband was passing away, he had, let's say for shits and giggles, which that's a horrible thing to say, that he had 2 months left to live. And he said that he wanted to have sex with his ex. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll probably say no. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the good part of me wants to get on here and be like, oh my God, of course, I will let him do that because he about to die. But the real in me, it's a no for me. Because I done put up with you, took care of you, you know what I'm saying? Dealt with you, put up with you, blah, 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 blah. You're not going to have sex with somebody else as your dying wish. That's fucked up. It's not going to happen. been some crazy topics in y'all be want like it's this Instagram called like Spiritual Word. And it's Spiritual Word and it's Hollywood on a lot, man. They be having some really sad stories. Really, really sad stories. Social media, you gotta be really careful. I used to be the kind of person that would look at social media. I still do a little bit, but I used to look at people's social media and be like sad, like, damn, these people are having fun. These people are going on trips. This couple look like they in love. But now I realize that people be lying. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's still certain pages and certain people who like make me sad sometimes. Like, damn, they look so happy. Yeah, I think they actually are happy. That's like such a hater. You gotta be careful with social media and how it can make you feel. Because social media has its pros and its cons. There's so much good stuff on social media. There's so much positive stuff. Home decor, food ideas, workouts, all that stuff. But then there's also the comparison and the thief of joy, which is comparison, you know? So you got to really be careful. I feel like, you know, just like in life, just like in the real world, there's a God, there's a heaven, but there's also a hell and there's a devil. And so you have different extremes in everything. So the same way that social media can have its positives, if heaven has a negative, if the nigga who was up there singing in the choir became the devil, we ain't got no hope. This is so scary. This is really good. Now, last time I went here, their food wasn't good. And the scary part is, I think that they were Black owned. I think this place used to be Black owned. Or either like Black, ran by Black people. But now, it's like Chinese people in there, Asian people. Okay, guys. I'm about to call my friend. And if you've enjoyed yourself so far, which I know you have, let me see if I got a wet wipe. You're going to love this. They didn't put no wet wipes in here. I cannot believe that. No wet wipes. Wow. Let me see. Ooh, they do got it. Yes. We just eating this. I always talk about my support circle, my support system, right? And I haven't been the kind of girl that like has the same friends from like, you know, high school or middle school or college, you know? But the friends I do have, you don't need a lot of friends. You just need people who are loyal to you, who, like this friend, I don't think I talk to him, but maybe once every blue moon, maybe like every once a month. But I done called this person crying several times, you know? And thank God for your friends who are there through thick and thin. Like, he know where the bodies are buried. Like, my deepest and darkest secrets in terms of like, you know, dark times, sad times, you know. We all have them. I remember this one thing, and then I'll go ahead and call. I remember this one time I was going through something, and I was feeling so low. I was feeling so low. And I called my friend. I was just crying. Couldn't even get nothing out. Couldn't get no words out. And you know, I don't think I even uttered a word. I think I literally just like cried to where it was no words coming out, but like sounds. And I will never forget that night because I called my best friend from back home. And he really listened, man. Like, I'm so grateful, man. Like, the older I get, I know I'm always saying that, but the older I get, the more, like, the little things that you overlooked that seem so minimal, just, they matter. All the damn cliches. All the cliches. This is so gross, y'all. Oh, my God. I'm done. Thanks for sticking with me through that. All the cliches are so true. Are so freaking true. Okay, guys. So let me call. We were talking about dating for men and the struggles that men have with like online dating and stuff. So let me call. Oh my God, I got crabs in my hair. Welcome.
Hola.
Okay, welcome to. I just sat here on this show and ate crab legs and potatoes and corn, looking like I ain't had no food. I'm so embarrassed, and I just had a glass of wine, so I'm feeling really good. I gave a little precursor.
Okay.
I gave a little. Whoa, calm down. Slow down, buddy. I gave a little precursor about who you were, but not who you were in detail, but just, who you've been to me in my life or whatever.
Okay.
But you're on the show. Hold on. I got these crab
Awesome.
legs. I got these crab legs. Crab remnants everywhere. I know I probably look a mess. But anyway, we were talking earlier today about, I have a friend and he is dating. And he's been having a lot of trouble, like dating women and like trying to, find the right woman and trying to like navigate online dating. And people always say like, men got it easy and, it's a numbers thing and there's so many women for men. But I was saying how this particular friend, he's been ghosted like back to back to back to back. He's a good guy, you know what I'm saying? Great guy, all these things, but can't seem to find a woman. What is your take on, like, what's your take on dating as a man in 2023, like online and just in general?
Okay. Well, hello to all the Peasters. Melanie P.
Melanie Peasters. I like that. Oh, I need to hire you to work for me, child.
So dating in 23, I mean, I think it's nothing new, like from back in the day. It's just like, I think it's more like you get different results, but it just shows you got to develop your emotional intelligence, expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So it really makes you have to grow as a person. Because if you don't, you're gonna be hurt.
Right. And so, what do you? Ooh. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, like you'll be hurt. You're like, well, why? Why didn't they call back? Or what happened? Or but the most efficient people that are, especially the online dating people, sometimes are dating like 5 people. So
right.
You might not make the cut, but that doesn't mean that you're bad,
right?
Or whatever, So go ahead.
Now, what are your thoughts on like taking each woman out to dinner? Like they came for me. Listen, I try to tell these men, save your coins, take a woman out for a drink, and they attack me in the comments. So, like, what are your thoughts on that?
It depends on your pocket. Like if you got money, then it was a great. Well, not throw it, but if you're going to eat, she wants to eat, and then so cost is not a problem, and if it don't work out, you're not really sweating it. But if you're on a budget, then just come up with a plan.
Right.
And sometimes they may not match with the person that you're dating or whatever, or taking on a date. and then you just move along till you find someone that matches with your strategy of maybe a Starbucks coffee or
now wait, time out. Look, listen, don't take me to no coffee. Don't take me to no coffee. Like, well, and that's just me personally. I don't know, because I'm sure some women, like, they came for me in the comments and they said, "Damn, I guess you're an alcoholic," because I was talking about going to a bar. That's a pet peeve. Yeah, I mean, that's a pet peeve for me in my grown age. Like, I don't want to go for coffee. Like, I don't want to do no coffee. I don't want to do no coffee.
Like, no, but if the connection is good and the conversation is good, you'll be like, let me get the pumpkin bread.
No, and boo-booing yourself. Heck no way. Like, don't ever take me for coffee. I don't like. To me personally, I don't ever want no guy to take me to coffee.
So your focus would be like, where are we eating at? Like, they got prime rib. You trying to stack up?
Not at all. Like, don't take me to no eating either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, unless this is the thing. We're talking about ages like 30 to 46, 7, 8, 9. You know what I'm saying? We're grown. And I feel like, you should know better and have the wherewithal to determine if somebody is feeling you or not. But as I say that, I'm realizing that everybody don't have that gift. So I don't know. I just don't think going to dinner is just something that you should be doing on no first meet and greet if you're just meeting for the first time. But it all is a case by case basis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you have to give yourself like some grace when it comes to the online stuff, because I mean, literally, people could be running through their numbers, like, and then you like Ruth Chris in it.
Jesus, it's not Ruth Chris.
And then you just slow down your strategy and look for the connection, and the person that's for you is going to be more about y'all than the ribeye.
You want to hear a funny story? I met this guy online years ago, and he was a lawyer. I met 2 lawyers online. Wow. And he, what's funny? Our first, here's why I don't like coffee dates. Because I did something out of my normal and I had a horrible result. We met up at Starbucks. And I was like, at that time I didn't even drink Starbucks. We met up at Starbucks. It was okay, blah, 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 walked away. Then maybe a couple months later, we like reconnected. And you know what? He took me to this restaurant, but we sat at the bar, had a drink, and he went to the bathroom, right? And when he came back, he told me that he hears these voices and that the people who he talks to in his head were talking about me and saying that I was a really good person and all these things. It was really, really, really crazy. Like, it was really strange. So I don't like no coffee date, because those be the weirdos.
So you think the coffee brought that out?
It's just it's just a stigma for me personally with a coffee date. Like, I don't know.
Trauma. You got some trauma.
I got trauma from that. And I truly feel like, if I don't like a coffee date, then my mate likely would not like a coffee date either. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, okay, that's one X. If you want to go meet for coffee, then a drink, then that's probably an X. But shit, what do I know? Like, where, what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn this shit too,
Yeah, I think it all comes down to like the person, because like, do you have time? Like some people may not have the time to do all the dinner dates. So when it gets so you have to figure out, like, is it worth the dinner date? So just have some more conversations. I guess what you were talking about with the thing with the guy that they came for you in comments or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, the expectations, man.
Yeah.
Like, when you have high expectations and they don't get met, it could be crushing. So
right.
Not to have low expectations,
but realistic.
Realistic.
Right.
You could be like, 100% like, I want to talk to this person, this woman or whatever. But she may just be like, nah, and so the expectation let you down, and then and then your emotions lead you to make a live, do a live.
Right.
And then,
right, exactly.
But, but to each his own. But I think like you said, the dating or whatever online. That's what's going on.
Yeah, people are savages. I mean, I feel like, see, this is the thing, and you made a good point. There are a lot of different movements happening right now, and I never even thought about this until you said this. There are a lot of movements going on. There's a soft life movement for women. There's a
explain that to me. Somebody they said that.
You triggered.
It triggered me.
The soft life.
My life ain't never been soft. So
well, because the soft life is typically not for men. This is the thing, especially for Black women, but especially I think it's a big movement now for Black women. But like the soft life is just is totally and holistically embracing your femininity, your soft side. So many times, Black women especially, I can only speak from my experience. So many times, Black women are tasked with being, the man, the woman, the father, the mother, you know what I'm saying? The leader at work, the leader at home, like all these different things. And since, I've said this before on the show, since slavery, Black women have had to take on what?
I said you were way back. Go ahead.
Not since slavery, but since slavery, it's true. Like Black women have been like this main role for the Black man, building him up, doing these things. And as time has progressed, the Black man has pushed, in some cases, the Black woman to the side, i.e. Michael Jordan's son about to marry Larsa. That's crazy, for example. And
progressed to that?
What you mean?
I know he was dating her.
Yes, just today they announced that they were thinking about getting married. So that's a prime example. This is a young kid. He's not a young kid, but he's younger than her. So what I'm trying to say is that with the soft life, it's women taking back their power, taking back their femininity, taking back their softness. Like I feel like, and I can speak from experience. Like I don't want to use my brain. And that's just me. So don't listen again. Don't cancel me, people. That's just me personally. I want to be resting at all times in my soft femininity. I was just saying before I called you, I was just saying how Portia and I was saying how this connected with me. Portia Williams married Simon Guobadia. And there was a post online where, and this thing, I loved it. And this is just me personally. I guess he must have been videoing her look at the menu. And the caption said, this was on her post. She put in the caption, how many women out there be pretending to look at the menu when ultimately they just let their man order for them. So let me repeat that because I'm sure you're not going to process it. She was saying that how many women be pretending to look through the menu when ultimately they just let their man order for them because they know them so well. They're a leader. They can tell you what you want. That shit for me, that's an example of that's a small example of the soft life. Like order for me, or know me so good, know me so well to where I'm just sitting there and my man gonna order for me. You know what I'm saying? Be that kind of leader to where he know me so well, he picks the right things. That speaks to me. That's just living in your soft, feminine, traditional, letting the man just be the head, all these things, just being soft and delicate like a flower.
So and from what you're saying, so going back to the dating and online, so really what it does is it's going to, as you go through it, it's going to put you through all these different experiences that are going to highlight yourself, because that's a whole nother wrinkle. So if a woman approaches the table and she's looking for soft life and you don't understand what soft life is, and then so the rejections, or quote unquote what may look like a rejection, really is just information, feedback, if you take it that way, about what's going on in society and the world,
right?
And more so how you need to tailor what you want. So
right.
you're okay, soft life, okay,
exactly.
I need to, because sometimes for a guy, understanding the soft life and then what that means and how to work with it,
right?
Because we could be leaders and things of that nature, but just trying to understand what that means with the woman, because depending on what she's been through, she ready to have the soft life,
right.
I need you to just run my whole life, but I get it.
But see, that's I feel like the soft life, I feel like that is specific to like each woman. Like that's my definition. Now, it has a foundation, it has a core. Like I think the core of living the soft life is ultimately resting in your soft femininity. Like that is the core of what living the soft life is. But like my example of my man, like knowing me so well to where we're at a restaurant and he just orders for me because he knows what I like. That's an example of me, for me, resting in my femininity and having the soft life. You know what I'm saying? Like I would like that. Now the next bitch might not like that. You know what I'm saying? She might not like that. Like don't order for me, but she still want to have her soft life. Me personally, I like that. Like, I like a man who's going to order my food. You know, I mean, and again, I know this is going to sound horrible to some people. Order my food. You know what I'm saying? Make decisions for me. Like, that's what I desire, you know?
Yeah. So, to your point, I'm going back to the dating. I guess you need to have these type of conversations.
Right.
So that you can see if y'all are on the same page.
Right.
Before you feel like, oh, well, this is the one, or you know, five dinners in, or whatever, 2 dinners in, and I think it's just forcing us to be smarter, just have better communication skills, and just ask some of the hard questions before you have the expectation like, oh, this person is we're going to go down the road. So,
absolutely, and what I was about to say in the beginning was like, when it comes to dating now in 2023. You have the soft life, you have, women power, you have all these different movements that are going on at the same time. And I think that, it could be not detrimental, but it could have a negative impact, or not negative, but I will say it could make dating dating is already hard. But when you add all these other elements in it, like, okay, well, this woman might want soft life, and this woman might want to feel like she's independent, and, and this man might want, traditional values, and then this man might want, whatever. So it's just so many different movements. I feel like the reason why dating has gotten so complicated over the years is that we have gotten so much more freedom and power and just, freedom of thinking. And with that comes, millions of people thinking in different ways. So it makes dating is already hard. But then when you add all these opinions and thoughts and movements into it, it makes it even harder, Yeah.
But the great thing about it is all you need is one.
Oh, so. Say that again for the people in the back. Say that again for the... Ooh, that was the wrong... Ooh. Wait. That was... How do I stop it? Oh my God. That was the wrong button.
That's a hook. Okay, I gotta put that in the song. That's
what?
So, all you need is one.
All you need is one. And I think, adopting a mentality like that will make dating less difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go on... I'm going to tell you something that somebody told me. Oh, well, that's a lie. I'm lying. I just told a lie in real time. I read this on Instagram, right? Beyonce was saying that, yeah, she's won however many number of Grammys, but she's also lost however many number of Grammys. You know what I'm saying? So it took all those losses to get her to the wins. It's just like with my podcast. It's with anything. Like, people celebrate the wins. People celebrate, okay, here's the wedding, here's the engagement, here's this. But look at what it took for them to get to the wedding. Look at what it took for them to even find somebody to even propose to. You know what I'm saying? There's a story. Everybody has a story. And where we mess up is that people don't want to hear the story. They just want to hear the ending. You know what I'm saying? They just want to see the ending. They don't want to see the struggle. This happened, or listen, it's a numbers thing. I had 20,000 horrible dates to get to one that stuck. Hold on, wait, is that a word? Stuck. Oh my God, is that a word? Okay, sorry. Let me reset. One that stuck. Okay, so people don't want to talk about that journey, right? And then here's the getting even deeper into it. One can stick. It'll stick for a year or two, and then it's like, oh shit, this don't feel right. let me learn the lesson from this and then go on 20 more dates to find what does feel right. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. Life is a journey. You're constantly moving. You're constantly trying to figure things out. You're constantly changing. You know, I've been married. I feel like I say this shit every damn episode, but who I was, I say that every episode, which is so lame, but like who I was, because it's a major part in who I became, because I got married just really to, you know, because I thought it was the right thing to do, and that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? But who I was when I got married the first time and who I ended up being when I got divorced was two different people. But that is my story. And that's who has made me who I am today. You know what I'm saying? So we all have a story.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's a journey. Mm-hmm. It's a journey. And it's like, man, it's just, life is
a marathon.
You are going to be different. It's going to be, yeah, it's a marathon. But it's like, even when you find the person, it's work. So we got personal trauma, we got things, we got triggers. So you got, you know, and the more I guess we become ourselves and comfortable with that, and you show your authentic self, and you know, especially if you're doing online dating, so it's not gonna always work out, which is cool.
Exactly.
But it's just when, and then as you go through things, I guess in that arena, I guess you have to start looking at like, how am I reacting? You know?
Exactly.
Why am I reacting? Like, what's deeper going on that I might need to deal with? You know, so it's really a challenge. It's challenging us to kind of deal with those things that we may not have dealt with before, and that we feel like, oh, like getting the person is going to correct that, but now you got to kind of deal with that, and that person. That the female for males is going to have some stuff that she is working through also, and so it's just getting to that point. So you may not even have a person who even thinks like that, like who wants to methodically like work through and unpack the baggage that y'all both have. Right. So until that time, you know,
have fun with it. Yeah, man. I mean, like this is the thing. Yeah.
And keep you know what I'm saying? Just
pressing on, y'all.
And just do coffee. Save your coin.
No, don't do coffee. Don't do coffee. Don't do coffee. Say no to the coffee, yes to the mixed drink. Like, it's crazy. We need to do a whole episode when you come into town, which when will that be, on this whole dating thing. So I feel like we can go on and on and on. And it here we go. Here we go.
I'm on Daters Anonymous right now.
Oh my God, what does that mean?
Well,
when it starts stuttering, you know they're about to lie.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not an expert at this. I'm just speaking like, you know, just normal stuff, just normal life stuff that we all go through.
It's
life, but we all can learn something.
It's absolutely life. It's absolutely
just don't crash out.
Don't crash out, and don't take it so seriously.
Okay. So I know you probably about to close out our session, but
not our session, John. I'm not sending you an invoice.
But I'm saying, I heard that. I heard from a great person one time that emotions are great.
Emotions make you cry sometimes.
Okay. Emotions are great slaves with terrible masters.
Jesus, say that again.
So, emotions are great slaves.
Slaves?
But terrible slaves.
Ooh, I got it.
But terrible masters. So just don't crash out. So
I feel that.
If you get rejected, just be like, God bless you, sister.
Yeah. Those emotions. Don't say that, because they'll probably put you on. They'll probably call the police.
You mind cash out me back $100 of that?
No, you mind reimbursing? No, you're not. You don't know the truth. Do you mind reimbursing me that $10 from Starbucks?
Nah, you know that's a part of the cost. So.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Here's a tip, and I'm gonna end with this. Here's a tip. Okay. When it comes taking this thing full circle to the gentlemen and the women, but the gentlemen in this particular example who are out here dating, and I know it can be very costly. You know what you should do? Make you a little side budget. If you're a single man and you're out here dating, make you a little dating fund. The same way you have your savings, you have your, discretionary fund, whatever you have, whatever the case might be, make you a dating fund. And when that shit is tapped out, now this is only for the broke niggas. Only for the broke men. Like, listen, not Simon Gubadia who flying us out private, but for the men who. I shouldn't say that because I mean I know you're not broke, and I'm like this is going. Like,
I didn't even take it like you were talking to me. I was talking, like you were talking in general. Yeah, I'm Gucci.
I know one thing about you is that you got money and you be trying to hide it. I know you got money. Do you remember that time when I was in college and I had called you to borrow like $20? Remember?
No, not really. But what happened?
Oh god, that was funny. But anyway, you gave it to me. I needed $20. I wasn't. This was back in the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't no cash out.
It wasn't no cash out. This was you getting in your car, turning the ignition. Yes, turning the ignition, going to my bank account and depositing $21 bills into my bank account, child. But but what I'm saying is that make a little fun for yourself. If you even if you do have the money. Well, no, because that's a lie. If you got the money, you probably don't care. But if you don't have the money, that's
what I'm saying. Like if you know what I mean, and I was joking about the rebate or the refund, but you know, you go into everything understand like, okay, it's like it's not like I did this, you know, this is
you owe me this,
yeah. No, we're just going out and if y'all discuss Dutch or if you did all that, that's cool. But if you're paying for it, you just pay for it, and whatever happens.
Exactly. So, and that's my thing on this last note. My thing is this, like, don't have fun. First of all, do the self-work. But here's the most important thing. Before you even go out here trying to find you a boo, do the self-work as much as you can so you don't fuck nobody's life up, man. This is real talk. Like, do the self-work. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you're a whole person. So you're bringing a whole person to a relationship. Don't bring nobody into your mess. You know what I'm saying? If you having issues and you having confidence issues because people are ghosting you, then, you're human, but you can't let that get to you because online dating, like you said, people dating 1 million people at one time sometimes. So have fun with it. Don't crash out. Have fun with it.
But that's a good thing to say because, we don't talk about that.
What you mean?
We don't talk about, like, sometimes until it's like an experience thing and we all go through it. Mm-hmm. Just the emotional side of things. And so when you have like a community of people being like, it's okay to feel rejected. It's okay to feel pain. But, love yourself enough to not crash out. It's going to work out. Now, let me ask
you this. Let's take a lift for the last 30, 60 seconds. Now, you sitting here with all these great communication skills, tall, no kids, got money, all these things. What's your biggest struggle in dating?
I'm working on it. I had issues in life. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I come from the best background in life, but I didn't realize that. So you have a lot of fears. You have a lot of issues.
Wow, I respect that.
So I understand now. Like if you've seen something modeled,
mm-hmm.
I used to always like, what's the word? What's the word about your family? I want to say. Always respected or value, the family structure y'all had. And example, going out of work. But at the same time, I'm not using it as an excuse.
Because our shit wasn't perfect, so don't get it twisted.
I understand. Yeah. So it's no perfect situation.
Yeah.
But sometimes a lot of us come from just situations, and mm-hmm. so we already have certain things.
Absolutely.
So I came up around a lot of divorce and stuff, young and different things. But at the same time, if you let those traumas hold you, you miss out on.
You give them power.
Like,
absolutely.
You really do want it, but you say you don't because of whatever. So so that's been my thing. But working through it.
But here's the thing: just because you're my friend and I do love you, you're a good person. You're a good man. Don't before you join, I was talking about the devil and how the devil can use people. And so,
right, preacher. Come on, preacher.
Okay, preacher. That was too much. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, sometimes the devil can work to prevent you. Will you stop doing that? Oh my God. Listen, just cursing and calling people nigga now. I'm trying to preach. This is the thing. Like, the devil works always, both ways. I don't know if this is true, so correct me if I'm wrong, because you know more than I do. But can the devil see your future? And I'm saying this because you don't know what you don't know. Let me get my words together because this about to be real deep. I'm about to say. I know. Okay. So the devil can use people in your life to mess you up. That's point one. Point two is that you just spoke, and let's just speak in general, how you may have seen things growing up that may make you be a little bit more hesitant or more cautious about getting married or starting a family, right? So who's to say that the devil used somebody in your experience, right? And now you are the remnants, right, of what happened 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago that the devil did. And you are not your past. None of us are, right? You are who you are right now. And, don't get, I feel like I know you pretty well. So I feel like you would make a good partner, a good husband, a good father, all those things. But sometimes you can let the devil use you from 50 years ago, 20 years ago, however long ago, you might have seen something bad, or someone in your experience might have seen something bad. And then that domino affected on you, and now it's still affecting you. So the devil, I always say this, the devil takes so much pleasure in destroying a family, because if you can destroy a family, which is the root, which is everything, then shit, that has legs for you. Like if you can destroy a family, if you can destroy a marriage, if you can destroy somebody's like need or desire to be married or procreate and build a family and build more people, because you have a very strong Christian background. So I'm pretty sure your offspring will have a strong Christian background, and they will start to break generational curses. And the devil knows, and listen, I'm gonna have to pause right here, because when I've had a glass of wine, and I'm by far not drunk or not tipsy, but when I drink, I feel like my senses, I feel like whatever blocks me from like speaking from my spirit and speaking from like a psychic space, not psychic, but an intuitive space, is it opens up in the scariest way.
Because you're drinking spirits. Go ahead.
No. Yeah. Seriously, like it's very crazy. But let me finish. So I feel like you would literally could be the person who breaks generational curses in your family if you were to take that leap of faith, meet somebody, get married, procreate, live your life, and then you're the first generation of happy marriages. And so now your kids, they don't know this. They don't know what you're saying. They don't know this shit that you say about, I've seen some bad shit, so now I'm hesitant. All they know is that, my granddad and my great-great-granddad, all they were was these great men in the household. They had these great families, and they were great leaders. That's all that they know.
So I agree. And so that's the whole thing, tying it all together. So when fellas, women, online dating or whatever, so you only need one. Then you're really dealing with what you're talking about. Like, so yeah, those things can hold you back.
Absolutely.
In like, what is it? Therapy, they talk about reframing. And, and so now we live in an age with information. We can help younger people, work through these things. Back in our day, you just kind of stumbled. You like you probably didn't even know these things about me, or you'd be like, well, what's up? And we all have different struggles. So there was a song I remember, since we're on the spiritual tip at this point of the segment. So it's a song that says, God help me see me through your eyes.
Yeah.
I want to see me through your eyes. Help me see the me that the enemy despised.
Wow.
A panoramic view from the heavenlies is my cry. So that's where I'm working now. It's kind of for all of us. Like sometimes you will crash out because you don't see yourself the way you should.
Right.
So the rejection come and you just like, what? You go off. But once I start seeing myself like I need to, then I'll be like, okay, that person wasn't the one.
Exactly. And it's so funny how your story is literally the parallel to the person we started out with. Like, this is a person
and I ain't saying I got it down pat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still working in progress, but ultimately that's the issue, is that like you said, like a block in your mind or some trauma could like keep you from having the light
from your destiny
in every area.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm working on that. I'm working on that in every area.
Jesus.
And then just working on having a great coffee budget. So yeah, so everything's
God, back to the Starbucks, child. Lord Jesus. Well, listen, Henry, thank you so much for coming to the virtual. You're the first virtual guest. So I'm gonna have I guess for you, I'll have a blurry picture as the as the guest host.
My boy, and be like,
yeah, I'll do one of them voice like things where like it's just like.
Yeah.
Yo, I cannot believe I sat here and ate these crab legs. I knew I was slobbering and looking horrible in the beginning, but I got it together at the end.
From the coast.
Listen, from the coast. Thank you so much, y'all. Listen, you know where you can find me. I am that scary at Melanie P on YouTube. Now, y'all need to come to the YouTube. Y'all are showing out in large numbers on Instagram, but I need y'all to show out in large numbers on. Now, hold up. Now, you in the background making noises on this. Let me hang on. Thank you so much for joining in.
All right.
Bye. You know where to find me, guys. You can find me at That's Scary with Melanie P on YouTube. That's scary, or that's shit. I don't know. Y'all know what it is. It's in the description of this episode. Share with your friends. Let this podcast blow up and go platinum, because we're out here saving lives. We're talking about great things. We're out here doing good things, having fun, bringing light and joy to your day. I'm going to see you on next week's episode, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you share, like, and comment on this episode. I love you and have a great week. Goodbye.